This is 6 millennial money tips, and the sooner you start following these, the sooner you will be on your way to building the wealth that you know you want. We all know we want it. You just got to follow these simple rules and it will happen for you. Millennial money tip number 1. Pay down your debts. I can't stress this enough. Pay down all of those debts as soon as you can. This is the quickest way for you to increase your net worth and build wealth by reducing debt that you have. I really can't stress that enough. I know we kind of overlook debt and we just kind of make the minimum repayment and it'll eventually go away. But if you pay the maximum amount that you can, the sooner the debt will be out of your life and the sooner you can go doing whatever it is that you want to do. But just get rid of the debts as soon as you can, because it's the worst thing in the entire world. Just please get rid of all your debts. Can't stress that enough. Millennial money tip number 2. Have emergency money. It's not until you get burnt with something where you really need to have a bit of cash on the side that you kind of don't really pay attention to this one. But the older you get, the more emergencies you're going to likely have in your life. So have a little something aside. Might be a couple of $100, a few $1,000s, whatever it is. Have something there just for peace of mind. That's really all this is about. And also so you don't get, KO'd by life when you least expect it. Millennial money tip number 3. Get a credit card. I know this kind of sounds a bit contradicting on get rid of debt, but get a credit card and be smart with it and be disciplined with it. Why? By having a credit card and by using it for everyday regular purchases and paying it off in full every month, you avoid paying interest. And importantly, you go building a really good, solid credit score, which is going to help you later on in life if you do decide to purchase houses and things like that. The bank's going to look at your credit score, and if it's great, you're going to get access to the best lending products available. So by using a credit card to your advantage and paying it off in full each month and not going overboard with it, you can actually reap the benefits of having a credit card. Disclaimer, if you are not disciplined and by having a credit card, it is going to spiral you out of control into more debt, then don't get a credit card. But if you can be a little bit disciplined with it and you're smart with where you use it, then maybe get one, pay it off in full each month, avoid paying any interest, get a good credit score. With that being said, all the information in all of my videos should be considered general information only. It's not to be considered financial advice. Millennial money tip number 4. Start investing, all right? And it doesn't matter what point you are in life. The sooner you start investing, the more wealthier you're gonna be later on down the line. And by start investing, you could really start out with a couple of $100 and invest it in an ETF, for example. You don't have to have tens and thousands of dollars to invest. You start out small with a couple $100, make regular contributions from your salary, and then slowly over time, that few $100s turns into a few thousand, and so on until you start building a solid investment portfolio. Millennial money tip number 5. Don't study for the sake of studying. Now, this one is close to home for me. I'm not knocking studying. There's a lot of benefits that you can get out of a higher education, qualification, or whatever it is, but unless you have to go into an industry like, for example, being a doctor, where you need specific qualifications, think twice about studying. Don't just study for the sake of studying, right? If you're looking to go into an industry where you don't necessarily need a specific qualification, you might just need experience, then maybe studying is only going to waste time and money for you. However, if you want to go to an industry where you do need it, then of course it is the right thing to do. But don't just go into university or whatever it is just because you don't know. You're just doing it because that's what everyone else does. Think about where it is that you want to go in terms of your career and then work out whether or not you need to actually have the qualification to go and do that specific career. Which leads me to the final millennial money tip, and that is millennial money tip number 6. Build a career. Now, this is probably the most important one on this entire list. Get a job, keep the job, do a good job. The sooner you can start carving out a career and the sooner you can get your foot in the door in whatever chosen career path you want, the sooner you can start working your way up. Now, as I mentioned before, if you was in an industry that you decided to go in where you don't need any qualifications, go and get the most entry-level job that you possibly can find, right? Get your foot in the door, do stuff that no one else wants to do. Like do the filing or whatever it is. Just get your foot in the door, get the experience, start meeting people, network with people, and then slowly build up your career from there. Don't be entitled and walk into a place thinking that, in 6 months' time, you're going to be balling out and you're going to be the manager. It don't work that way. You're going to have to do a lot of hard work, a lot of hard yards, show up when no one else wants to, and over a period of years, you would then start to forge a career for yourself. So get a job, keep the job, do a good job. That is millennial tips for you. Now, if you follow each of these tips, I guarantee you in 3, 5, 10 years time, you're going to be in such a different place than you are right now. Trust me on that. Trust me when I say that you can turn around whatever it is that you've got going on right now. Maybe one day I'll share my story with you guys, but trust me, it can happen, all right?